we're going through the adoption of the internet again. All this innovation is going on, and all these old people are trying to suppress it and don't understand it and don't want anything to do with it. And they're people who would never even use this technology and have already gotten rich with old systems by cheating, frankly. Kraken last night. I couldn't even believe my ears on this one because I knew in the back of my mind that they had just been sued earlier this year by the SEC. Sure enough, Kraken, which has always been one of my favorite exchanges as well. Really easy to get in and out of there. And I really like Jesse Powell, who heads it up. But sued again by the SEC last night before all this news came out today. Last time that they were sued by the SEC, it was for them having tokens to stake on their platform. So basically allowing these unregistered securities, which nobody's actually proven whether they are securities or not yet at all. Actually, they've only proven that XRP is a commodity so far, or that it isn't a security anyway. But yeah, that was the last time that Kraken got sued because you could stake your crypto on there and they were offering products like that. Now, we wouldn't have obviously encouraged anybody to do that kind of thing anyway, because obviously you're not really holding those tokens at that point. So whatever. I'm still not in favor of them getting sued, but definitely not a practice you would want to be getting involved with. So the SEC filed a complaint alleging that Kraken operates as an unregistered national securities exchange now. Basically, I believe that's pretty much the charge that they're going against Coinbase with too, broker and clearinghouse. They're doing this because they know they're about to fail yet again on another case, possibly, just like they did with XRP. The minute that XRP was lost is when we saw the whole issue and lawsuit with our ecosystem. So immediately suing more people after they take a loss. I mean, it seems like a trend that they do. But what happens to Kraken here as they and Coinbase are, again, now both under attack and have been, for my money, literally the most trusted exchanges out there. I know you mentioned crypto.com. I know I don't hear much about Gemini at all anymore. The Winklevi kind of turned into a weird cover band or something like that for a little while. But yeah, and again, and another piece of that, the SEC, just like they did with Coinbase before, then goes on in that lawsuit to list like the same 8 to 10 tokens that don't include Pulse Chain or anything, that are, or Chainlink, which is always not in there, but it's basically like the top 8 to 10 tokens by market cap, saying that they're all securities, even though they've never proven that in court at all. And XRP wasn't on the list, I believe, because they know that they lost already. Mm-hmm. Saying all that without ever proving that they are or anything. So what do you make of this? Going after Kraken the second time? I think you told me the last one was in February of this year. Yep. And now doing it yet again. And I'll get your thoughts, and then I want to pull up Jesse Powell's tweet from Kraken on this because it was a very good one. Go ahead.
Well, at some point, you've got to get fed up with it. I mean, DJ and Moonboy here makes a good statement. Do you just put money aside so that you can pay these guys when the time comes? It's like, putting it aside for the mafia. Or do you get fed up and do you move your country or move to another country? Mm-hmm. I mean, I can totally see that happening as well. Now that doesn't, CZ was in China, obviously. Now I know Binance US was kind of came off of that in order to get the US citizens, whatever. I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. I mean, at some point you've got to get fed up giving these guys $30 million every time they come around knocking on the door. I think it gets frustrating. I think they possibly move to another country and say, screw this, it's not worth it anymore. And here we go again, where they're stifling these companies or people that are, they're trying to be better, to improve things in the financial world. And of course, that's the way we see it. It affects their financial system. They don't like that. But yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what their next step is. I think they were at one point doing enough volume where the $30 million was not a whole lot to them. Right. And I think the first time they just paid it. They didn't really fight. I think we could possibly see them joining forces, maybe. I think a lot of these companies would benefit them to join forces, as long as everything's on the up and up. That's another thing too. Some companies aren't going to want to get involved with other companies because maybe they don't like the way they do business or whatever it may be. But
Right.
this is something to be said for joining forces. We'll have to see.
Definitely, yeah. Jesse Powell, Brian Armstrong team up, become the crypto Power Rangers or something. But yeah, here was Jesse Powell earlier on Twitter. He said USA's top D-cell is back with another assault on America. The masochists haven't been happy with the beatings they've been taking in New York and are shopping for a different flavor of Reg Dom in California. I thought we settled all their concerns for $30 million in February. Now they're back for seconds. And then he goes on to say, message is clear. $30 million buys you about 10 months before the SEC comes around to extort you again. Lawyers can do a lot with $30 million, but the SEC knows what a real fight will likely cost. That will likely cost $100 million and valuable time. If you can't afford it, get your crypto company out of the U.S. war zone. Bingo. So yeah, that's what they're doing here in the United States, pushing innovation away to wherever else. And again, the thing is, the reason it's so terrible and so clear that it's terrible is that they're just going after everybody and they're not providing any rules. They're basically just using, it's funny today, somebody from the DOJ or some other person just parroting bullshit on the stage today said, it's a saying in the tech world. This was her big dramatic moment. It's a saying in the tech world to move fast and break things. Well, today we saw, and then she had some like dumb dramatic mic drop moment, but, it appears to me that what the SEC and these entities are doing are moving fast and breaking things and not actually establishing any ruling for anybody. They're just suing people, seeing what judges end up thinking. And in the most significant cases, they've gotten their ass whooped. So, I mean, yeah, that I don't know what their approach is, but what do you make about this second attempt at going at Kraken? And I don't know. I mean, Jesse Powell and Kraken are fighting this one for sure. So what do you make of this?
Well, that's what I said. I don't know which they do. I don't know if they just pay the fine or up and leave, because he did say that too. I didn't read the tweet that you just read off, but he mentions it. Do we just leave?
Right.
That's what I think.
It sucks to say. It really sucks.
Yeah.
It's a real downer, especially living in this country. But I guess it's just one of those things. Like every time we're having these discussions, and it seems like 2 steps forward and then maybe 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It seems like we're going through the adoption of the internet again, where it's like just fighting and fighting. And, all this innovation is going on and all these old people are trying to suppress it and don't understand it and don't want anything to do with it. And they're people who would never even use this technology and have already gotten rich with old systems by cheating, frankly. So it's just so frustrating. But when does it end? I mean, I don't know.
One thing we can be thankful for, I guess, right now is that none of the Pulse chain or Hex is listed on any of these big exchanges.
Yeah, thankfully.
So you be careful what you wish for when you say, why aren't you listed on any big exchanges? Well, with what's going on, it probably wouldn't be a wise thing to do right now. So, I think trying to keep the ecosystem moving along, staying decentralized, teaching people how to do it the right way, I think that appears to be the smartest way to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It just sucks that in this country that used to be a bastion of innovation, they're doing everything to crush it, keep people at home, and give them government benefits so they can shut up and not work.
Right.
But that's just where we're at right now. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously we have a presidential election coming up next year. We'll see if there's any kind of shift in tides there. But boy, sad state of affairs as far as the people in this country that are leading it. So we shall see. Let's see here. Yeah, great comment here. Oh, did you just have that up? My bad.
Yep.
I didn't do that. Armando, yeah. SEC, IRS, Feds, FBI, CIA. There's no honor amongst thieves. 3-letter entities are all corrupt. Totally agree.
Sure. Yep.
Totally agree. That's where we are now.